What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Trading Crypto live stream. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see how many people are in the chats. So it's Friday. So give me a 1212 if everything sounds good. For some reason that screen's really small. I've been having trouble with my OBS. So I know the screen looks weird right now. I'll fix it for my next live stream, but as of right now, it looks like it's all jank. But it'll work. It'll work. I have not gotten my deer yet. No, I actually just put up a new, I moved my tree stand. I put my tree stand up in a different spot. I was just hunting out ground blind in my food plot and I wasn't seeing crap there. So, set up a tree stand out in the woods. Probably get more action out there. I'm kind of picky when it comes to hunting. I'd rather just sit out in the woods, you know. Okay, so the screen looks a little different than normal. My OBS is all janked up, so I quickly had to rig something up. So it's good enough for what it's for tonight. So I went over that 4-year Bitcoin cycle, and it had me thinking quite a bit after I did that. So that dropped down to 12. If we zoom in really close, this current area where we're at on Bitcoin, this is on the week time frame. And you know how we've been going down 2%. After the first bull run, we dropped 86%. The second bull run, we dropped 84%. So hypothetically, we went down 2% each bull run. This one should be around 82. I mean, everything doesn't happen perfectly like that, but with the data, it says 82, and 82 would bring it down to around 11.9 to 10. And the reason 10 is if we draw our support here, there's a ton of support around 10. I don't think it'd go any lower than that. And if we draw a fib here, if we draw a fib on the week time frame, you can actually see we're holding up on the 786 here from that March capitulation in 2020. That was the COVID crash. And we go from the COVID crash to the all-time high. We've been riding on the 786 since June 6 here. And if we just look at the week, we've been making lower highs. We've been making lower highs and being held up by the 786 here. And inevitably, I still believe strongly that we are going to break. You know, we have that downtrend here. Oh, wait, this isn't the downtrend. Yeah, big old percentage. Yeah, so there's that downtrend that we're still in, even though we had a huge run up since November 21st. I went over that on the 1-day time frame. So we'll look at the 1-day time frame in a little bit. But right now, we're just going to look at the log. So let me get rid of that trend line right now. So just interesting, since the COVID crash right here to the all-time high of this previous bull run, we're riding on the 786 right now. So if we break below that 786, that looks like 17.5. I think that's what I call on the day chart as well. We'll be capitulating down. I think we're first going to be capitulating down to around between 14 and 16, but inevitably you can see all the support here at 10K. I don't think Bitcoin would drop below 10K. I was talking about in previous live streams about my entering back into the market plan. And I had a certain amount of dry powder on the side. I put 25 of it back in to buy Azero, and recently I put 50% more of it back in to buy Helix. I made a Helix NFT video earlier this week. I bought that on mint at 1.2, and now the floor price is 3.5. So I made a good profit on that. First real NFT project I've really digged and dived into. If you've been following my channel for a while, I really don't talk about NFTs. But that one seems pretty dang interesting. So as right now for Bitcoin, 786 at 117.5 is what we need to stay above for the 786. So let's go to the day chart. Oh no. There we go. Finally, geez. There's a support and resistance. And this is what I was talking about, that downtrend since November 21st. We're still holding it. That's why I was saying October 16th would be the make or break moment. You can see we've touched this since the top of November 21st. We touched it again on March 22nd, and we're currently right at the cusp of the crossover of the downtrend and the main support right here. So inevitably one of them is going to give, and my bet is that the support's going to give, and that's when BTC is going to be crapping down. I listened to a really interesting podcast today, and they were talking about last bull run when Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 6K. Everyone was screaming the bottom's in, the bottom's in. And it was a very similar situation like this, you know, the long time crabby that we've been having here, pretty much the same price for almost a half a year. And everyone's like, the bottom's in, the bottom's in. And then it was entering a similar situation to this, where the downtrend was entering the main support of that crab, you know, where we've been holding up for so long. And it was similar, just like this. And then it broke down and Bitcoin dropped from 6K to 3K. And that was the bottom. And if you've noticed and watching videos right now, everyone's screaming that the bottom's in. I mean, half people screaming the bottom's in, and you know, the other half saying there aren't. But it's a really similar play back to the 2018 bear market, where we had this big downtrend, the big drop, and then the long-term just consolidation sideways, the boring period. And then everyone's like, okay, the bottom's in, and then we dropped another 50%. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. But with that, that's Bitcoin. So we're gonna jump into some quant, man. I need to just stop charting quant, because every time I chart quant, it just continues to go up. I keep saying, hey, I want to get quant cheap, I want to get quant cheap, I want to get quant cheap, and it just doesn't want to give it to me. Oh man, that is such a beautiful chart. So you can see, I remember talking about this last time, how the RSI is on an uptrend, and we're starting to get squeezed between the overbought and the uptrend. And usually when that happens and you get squeezed out, you'll have a blow off top. You'll enter the overbought territory one more time, then you'll start breaking back down, because there'll be nowhere for the RSI to go in this uptrend. So we've been in this uptrend since September 22nd. So that's back when it was, I believe, $40. It dropped all the way down to, well, that was 85. So since $85, we started this really steep uptrend here on the RSI. And you can see we're starting to get squeezed between the overbought territory and the uptrend on the RSI. And gradually, eventually we'll get squeezed right out of this, and we'll have nowhere to go but to fall back down. And when that happens, we'll see a flash crash on quant. How far down will it go? I have no idea. I still have my star my star sitting here for, you know, I have no idea why it's sitting there anymore, but I can still have hope, right? That we'll see $100 quant if we see that heavy crash on BTC. So the thing about the RSI is pretty high in my opinion. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. Let's redraw some fibs on this and kind of dissect this a little bit. And we're gonna go from here. Okay. So as of right now, we ran all the way up to the 175 and got rejected here. That was where we tagged out at 70 on the RSI, and we're coming back down a little bit, and I don't think we're gonna be coming down that far before we make one more run back up. See, we've pretty much been riding on this uptrend right here. Yes, we did briefly dip below it on October 13th, but I think we're gonna come back down and test this uptrend on the RSI one more time, which would bring us down to around 150 to 155. And then from there, I think this is gonna continue this uptrend until we get to maximum overbought, and it's just squeezed us out, and then we'll see that drop back down on the RSI. So fortunately, I'm still gonna be bullish on quant. I'm still holding out for my $100 quant. If you know, I got a pretty decent sized bag back when it was super cheap, so I'm not too butthurt if I don't get $100 quant. But as of right now, this is kind of what I'm looking for. A drop down to the 236 at 155 to 150, and then just a continuation up to around 185 to 190. Just continuing this uptrend on the RSI until we just get squeezed out. So if we extend this a little bit further, let's see. If we extend that line, and then we extend this uptrend a little bit. It's saying like towards the end of October, we're gonna be really tight in here, and eventually it's gonna break to the downside. But when is that going to be? I know we're going to be getting that crossover on BTC towards, or that convergence crossover between the support and the downtrend between October 16th and the end of the month. So that's why I'm super bearish on November. I think November is going to be a very, very red month, and BTC is going to be putting in the bottom in November. But with that right now, Quant has been going against Bitcoin for a long time. I mean, if I compare Quant to Bitcoin real quick, you can see they used to follow each other pretty closely. I just overlay this. Oh geez. One sec, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making a mess on the screen. Jeez. There we go. So you can see we're following Bitcoin very, very closely. Whatever Bitcoin did, we kind of made the same move. See, Bitcoin dipped, we dipped. Until right here, till September 21st, when we started this uptrend. That's when we started deviating from Bitcoin. And when you deviate from Bitcoin, that's extremely bullish. You can see how closely we're following Bitcoin until September 20th, and that's when we started running. And once you deviate from Bitcoin, it sounds like a broken record. That's extremely bullish. And the only way that we'll catch up to Bitcoin is if we have a super hard crash, because Bitcoin, I believe, is going to be tanking even lower, and Quant is just deviating and doing its own thing. So that's why even if Bitcoin takes a hard drop, it's very hard for me to see Quant take a large crap down all the way down to 100. But I'm still holding my hopes out for $100 Quant. I know there's some people holding out for $80 Quant, and we'll see. I mean, it is the crypto space. If you weren't around in the last bear market, and crap like this could drop in a heartbeat, but Quant's strong. Quant is very, very strong. So as of right now, like I was saying, let's keep an eye on a pullback to 155, I believe I said it was. Yeah, 155 to 150, then a continuation up to around 180 for Quant. So Quant's still bullish. Down another 50%. Zoomer will be stoked. Okay. So what has been running? I feel like I haven't looked at the charts in so long. So USTC is the biggest loser of the day at 11. Kubio token is the biggest runner. Well, no, I don't get why that is the biggest runner here on the 24/27. $156. Did you analyze ETH once? You got a drop with BTC. Yeah, I definitely want to look at ETH. So let's just jump into ETH real quick. One moment. Yeah, that was a nice wick right here on ETH, all the way down to 1149. Dang. These should be a lot lower than current prices looking at a 4-year cycle. Yeah, but we have to take into account the merge. I mean, I don't know how much that's going to affect the price. It really didn't affect the price right now, and I don't think we're going to see any benefit of the merge until the bull run kicks off, because, you know, it has the deflationary burning, and it only works if people are using Ethereum. And as of right now, there's not that many people using Ethereum as there were in the bull market. So once the bull run starts happening, I think Ethereum's going to be burning like crazy, which is only going to make the price run up. Okay, let's take a look at. Okay, so Ethereum, we're on the 4-hour chart. RSI is at 58. MACD looks like it's about ready to flip bearish. We did have that huge dip on that Bitcoin capitulation we had yesterday, but we seem to be recovering. We have this support right here that has been holding us up since September. Pretty much the whole month of September, we've just been consolidating between 1250, 1250, and 1400. I know that's a large range right there, but it's just consolidating between there. Pretty much been crabbing sideways. We can draw some fibs on this and try to dissect it a little bit. See if we've been in a downtrend for a while. Yeah, so as of right now, we have a 786 right next to the main support. You can see the 786 has been acting as support, and then you have the main support acting as support. You can see we wicked down to the 786 here on September 22nd. We wicked down to it on September 28th, September 23rd. We wicked to it September 22nd, October 3rd. And just recently here on October 11th. So the 786 is sitting on top of a main support. So it's kind of a double support area right here for ETH. You can see even when we break below the 786, you do have the main support here at 1245. So this is a double support for Ethereum. So in order for us to get lower, we have to break below both of these. And you can see, yes, we've wicked below it, but we did not hard candle below that. We wicked right to 1,240, or candled right to 1,240, then wicked all the way down to 1,156. So what we need to see is a break below 786 in this main support. Once you see that, then I think from there we'll start making another run down a lot faster. So I think if you're looking for cheaper Ethereum, what we need to keep an eye on is just breaking these two support levels. If we break below 1240 and you see a candle close below that, so we need to have a candle close below that and a candle open below that, like an open and a close below the support channel before you can start saying, hey, we're making some lower lows. But if we do start making some lower lows, let's just see where those next support areas would be. I swear all my computer stuff's going crazy. My mouse doesn't want to work. My OBS took a crap. Yeah, so if we did fall below that 12,000, the next stop would be down here at 1,075, it looks like. So if I draw that smaller fib back on there, like I said, this is what the 786 and the main support that we're looking for. If we drop below that, if we drop below 1230, the next stop's going to be all the way down to 1074. So we're getting very, very close. I mean, we are consolidating, and if you think Bitcoin's going to take a crap, Ethereum is most likely going to follow that move. COVID Psychopath with the super chat. Super sticker. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. It's really hard getting some support in the bear market, but you guys make it fun. Thanks, man. What up, Mr. Andy Walk? So for Ethereum in the short term, we're about ready to flip bear. So I think we're going to be breaking below the 786 and then testing the support at 12,045. So, and that just seems like a rinse and repeat type thing. We're just dropping below the 786, touching 1245, continuing up. So I don't think Ethereum's going to do anything special until Bitcoin decides what it's going to do. It's pretty much been crabbing along. I mean, it did have the movement up here, but that was due to the merge. And, you know, Bitcoin's been crabbing along since June. So the only reason that we deviated from that was because of the merge, you know, the buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. And then we just fell right down into this consolidation period. So I'd be keeping a close eye on BTC compared to ETH. I mean, if I just match them up together, we can see how close they were following each other. They're following each other pretty much to the T right now. You can see they were pretty much deviated a little bit. Then we ran a little bit because of the merge. And look, we're right on top of each other right now. Pretty much exact same pattern as Bitcoin. So if that doesn't say that this follows Bitcoin, I don't know what does. So if you think Bitcoin's going to take a crap, then most likely this is going to take a crap along with it. This one's not immune to Bitcoin. It hasn't deviated like Quant has. Yeah, see, Ethereum's been following Bitcoin almost exactly for a long time. We only deviated on that merge news just briefly, then fell right back into it. Please do VXV. Yeah, we can look at VXV. So vector space AI is down 3.6%, 50 million total, 37 million circulating, 14 million market cap. So extremely small market cap. I remember going over this quite a bit. This is like a moonshot gamble coin. I don't really know the utility behind it. If I'm just looking at just the data on the screen right here without diving in, has a low total supply, a low circulating supply, and a low market cap. If it survives the bear market, it'll most likely run in the bull run, because coins with low market caps and low circulating supply run in the bull run. You can see the all-time high in this was $20 at the peak of the last bull run. All-time low was 3 years ago at 1 penny. This coin is currently available on the following exchanges down here, KuCoin being the leader. So even if this gets listed on a larger exchange, that's just another avenue for people to buy this coin and run up the market cap. But let's just take a look at it on the charts. Happy damn Friday, time to rest. Yeah. Anyway, it was about Tuesday this week, and I was just like, man, I do not want to be at work, and that feeling lasted the entire week. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Okay, so VXV, just zoom in, take a little look at it. Looks like the last time I tried VXV was back here on September 24th. Whatever I charted, it looked like it played out. I don't remember what I said, but okay. So VXV is holding up between on the support here at 34 cents. This resistance is giving us a hard time. The RSI is pretty high at 65. MACD is in a bearish movement. You see, we just had that bearish crossover here on October 14th, which is today. So it just crossed over on the bearish side today. So most likely a move down to the support area is what I'm seeing. This is without me drawing any fibs right now. I don't think we'll be breaking below the support area for the time being. So I'd be keeping an eye on a drop back down to 34. If I draw a fib on this, you can see the main reason that we're holding up at the support is because it's a double support. The 786 is sitting on top of that support, and we're consolidating between the 618, 786. I mean, that is some very, very tight consolidation. Let me zoom in and take even a closer look. I mean, that is only 37 to 34, 3 cents difference. We've just been bouncing. And then once we break above it, we get shoved right back into this consolidation period. So this support is actually really good for you guys. If we break below the support though, however, the next main support's at 30. I don't think we'll be breaking that. In the short term, I think something like this could be at play. A drop back down to this double support and then just rinse and repeat. If we take a look at this compared to Bitcoin, see how close it follows it. There we go. Now my mouse works. All you have to do is blow in it, I guess. What was I saying? Yeah, we're going to compare it to Bitcoin real quick. See how close it follows Bitcoin. If we compare it to Bitcoin, it deviates somewhat, but more than not, it's been following it. It hasn't been deviating as much as Quant has. So take that into consideration as well. If you think BTC is going to be crap in the bed, then I'd be holding off for a better buying opportunity for this coin. But short term right now for VXV, let's watch for a drop down to 34. I don't think it drops below 34. I just think it's just going to be doing the crabby for a while. There's really no indication of a breakout coming for this coin right now. So he should be a lot lower than that. What's up, crew? CC's demand. Happy Friday. What do you think of the triple bullish divergence? You know, I've been thinking. Let's see. Let's go to the BTC real quick. Oh, can't go to that one anymore. I don't know, man. I'm just focusing on this downtrend convergence area right here. A lot of people are keeping an eye on this. You can see we converge on it around the 20th of October. And Bitcoin's not just going to move sideways past this. Bitcoin is either going to be breaking to the upside to 23,000, or we're going to be crapping the bed down to around 16 to 17, or between 14 and 16, and then eventually 10. But I've been watching on a lot of different YouTubers, and I follow quite a few people on YouTube and on Twitter. And there was a very interesting chart that someone drew up about Bitcoin breaking up to around the $23,000 range, and then that's going to be the catalyst that puts us down to around 14 to 16K. But if we do see a breakout, the next stop is going to be the 23,000 for Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to be the case. We're about ready to flip over bearish on the MACD. RSI has pretty much been stagnant this entire time, and we've pretty much been hovering around 50, so no real movement there. How high do I think BTC will pump compared to previous bear run or previous bull runs? Well, I mean, we went over that. If you watch that video of the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, let's see. Let me see if I can pull that back up. So hard to get it all on the screen. Huh, it won't let me zoom out. What the heck? Well, regardless, I went over it on the last time, so I was talking about the run up possibly to around it looks like 250 to 300,000 at the top of the next bull run. I know people are saying 100,000, and they're honestly, I don't do long-term predictions. You're better off shaking a magic 8 ball and asking that what it's going to be, because you don't know what regulations could be put at play, what type of world environment we're going to be in, what type of, there's always if then. But if you just go off the technical data and you ignore all that stuff, like if we just look at the charts and just look at the lifespan of it and the repeating patterns that it has done since the initial coin launch of Bitcoin, then the play is a run up to around 250 to 300,000. But if there's outside forces at play, such as regulations and all that stuff, you know, if they just make it illegal, then that is definitely going to manipulate the price. But just putting all that aside, if we just go straight by the charts and ignore all the outside, the macro environment and everything like that, the top would be 250 to 300,000 next bull run. So ergo, AEGAERGO. Oh, it's on Coinbase. Oh boy. Well, yeah, this thing ran recently, September 7th, all the way up from 11 cents to 37. Damn. And then from there we just retraced back to where we were. That's usually what happens to coins like this. I'm gonna look at the market cap and everything on it real quick. So small market cap, so it can run big and it can pitch it and it can drop big. Small circulating supply to only 50, 500 million, 408 million in circulation. All-time high of 57 cents. Top of the bull run. All-time low 2 years ago at a penny. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. It's also available on Coinbase. If we just take a look at it right now, let me clean this chart up and start fresh. Draw a fib from bottom to top. So we're gonna have a very difficult time getting over the 786. You have this huge run up here, but usually when you have huge run ups on this coin, it looks like you capitulate back down pretty dang hard. You had the huge run up here, capitulated back down. You had a huge green spike here, capitulated back down, huge green spike here, capitulated back down. So it looks like every time we run up, we don't tend to stay there. You see we ran up, came back down at least halfway, ran up here, came back down at least halfway, ran up here, came back down all the way plus some. So if you just look at the RSI after that, the RSI did reset at around 24. We're currently working right back up. If we just look at a general pattern on the RSI, if I draw like a mean line where it normally tops out at, you can see this is the general area where we top out at on the RSI. It tends to say that we're going to be seeing some upwards movement. If we look at the MACD is also, let's zoom in a little bit closer, take a look at it. The MACD is also growing bullish. It had a little bearish fake out there, but it's starting to grow bullish. So I'm going to be calling a move up to the 786. We're going to be testing this resistance area right here. We're going to be testing 16 to 17 cents on Ergo. I think it's going to be a similar test like this. I think we're going to get tested and rejected, but hopefully we put in a higher low because then we can start getting some momentum going for this coin. So we ran, got rejected, put in a low, ran, get rejected, put in a higher low, and then possibly run up and break through that and head up to the 618. So as of right now, I think I'm going to be bullish on this in the short term anyways. In the short term, I do think we will be breaking over the 786, but after we test it once. So I think that short term, we're going up to around the 786 or around 16 to 17 cents, get rejected, drop back down to 14, then work our way up and blast through to the 618. That is if BTC doesn't capitulate. If BTC stays to where it's at, pretty much ranging between 19 and 20,000, then I think this will be the play here for Ergo. I'd just be cautious, or not cautious, I'd just be ready for a quick pump and retracement, because it looks like that's something this coin likes to do. It likes to pump and then retrace real fast. So we had this pump and really fast retracement. So if you are a part of that pump and you get in early, just don't be greedy, because it doesn't look like it lasts long. So who knows, when it breaks above the 786 right here, that could be that catalyst that causes that quick pump up for this coin. That's Ergo. Did you say Krabby Patty? What up, CC? Check out Phantom. Will do, boss. So Phantom FTM is down 1.9% at 20 cents, 3.1 billion max supply with 2.5 billion in circulation. And a $500 million market cap. All-time high 342, top of the last bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago at 001. Just shows you the power of holding, guys. You buy this 2 years ago, put it on your ledger, forget about it. You come back, and right now in a bear market, so this is what it would be at right now if you bought it 2 years ago. If you would have bought it right now and you're holding it, you'd be up 10,575% on your investment in a bear market in only 2 years. People work their whole lives for retirement, you know, and you can't get gains like this in 2 years doing that. So it just shows you the power of holding. I know we're in a bear market and it's very hard for some people to hold on to their coins, but I put any money that I put in the crypto, it stays in. If I lose it, I lose it. I don't take out any funds. I really don't convert into fiat or stable coins that much. I just have my general dry powder side bag, but yeah, let's look at the Phantom. Yeah, this thing's been in a downtrend forever. What was that? October of last year. It's just been, man, yeah. Could have bought it a year ago at 302. So now, wow, that is nasty. %94 drop in a year. Well, as of right now, we had a huge capitulation right here. So we're going to be drawing some fibs on this, but take into consideration, you can see there's not a whole lot of data at that lower price range right there. I mean, we could be running lines all the way across like this, all the way back to July of 2021. But if we just compare this, I think they probably put more coins in circulation. If we do max, I compare the market cap. Yeah, they put a little bit more coins in circulation, but not a lot. I thought they put a lot more in, but put a little bit more in at the top of the bull run, but not a whole lot. So let's get in the chart in this bad boy. Okay, Phantom on the short term, we're about ready to have a bearish crossover in the MACD. RSI starting to tail back down. If we take a general look at the RSI's past history, put a mean line here since August 22nd, 50 on the RSI is a general top that we've been having. So we're going to be taking that into consideration and assuming that 50 is going to be the top for the RSI, which means once we hit that 50, we're going to have to start thinking about a reversal there. And you can see we recently got pretty dang close to 50. Actually, we did. We got to 51. I guess the high is 56, I mean. But we got to 51, and we're starting that downwards trend and that bearish crossover. So it's looking kind of bearish in the short term. We're being held up by the 618 here at 20 cents, but I think this 618 isn't going to hold, and we're going to be coming back down to test the 786 right here at 19.4. If anything, we make one little attempt to run up there at the 0.5 and then capitulate down to the 786. Not saying we're gonna hard candle to it. I mean, we could probably hit the 618 and then see a wick all the way down to 786, but I think 19.5 might be a good play. I mean, I don't own this coin and I don't want this coin, and this is not financial advice, but if I wanted this coin, I just put a buying order at 19.4. If it got hit, it got hit. If not, so be it. But I think we're gonna be coming down to test this general area here pretty soon. I'm gonna be bearish on Phantom in the short term. I mean, this thing's been in a downtrend for over a year. But I guess you can make the argument, that it's been consolidating since May. I want to call that consolidation. But we have not been putting in higher highs. So short term for Phantom will be bearish. I think we're going to be coming down to around 19.4, 19.5, or we're going to touch it with a wick, and then that will be our reversal from there. And I think we're just going to be doing the crabby on the RSI until BTC decides what it wants to do. So if you do TA and you do whatever, just keep an eye on the RSI. I think the RSI would be the prime indicator for this coin right now. What do I see BNB going to if BTC takes a header? Let's see. I haven't charted BNB, and I don't even know if I've ever charted BNB. Oh, I have. July. Oh boy. Wow. Well, the May COVID crash brought it down to 6.5 cents of that, but that was before pancake swap and everything came out. And imagine getting the BNB back here. 10 cents in 2017. You could have got it for 10 cents in 2017. That is nuts. Initial coin launched at a penny. Dang. I think it's gonna be very, very hard for this coin to break below 100. I mean, we had the huge Bitcoin crash and lowest that went with 200. I mean, it looks like it's very hard to fall below 200 on this coin. And you can see there's that support right here at 19.6. This was June. This was that big crash where the coins were taking a shit and Bitcoin went down to 17. It broke below 200 to 181. So I would strongly believe if we did go down to 10K, you do have a support area right here at 114. I think you might be able to see or get very close to a $100 BNB if Bitcoin has that big dump down to 10K, 12, 10K. This is when it dropped down to 17K, it dropped below 200. So if we drop another 50%, that would bring it down to around 115. So I think if yeah, that'd be if BTC had a header, that would be the case. But in the short term, let's just see what BNB is doing in the short term. See if there's any short term plays on this. Whoops. Okay, BNB is pretty much been consolidating sideways as well. Very, very similar to Bitcoin. I bet if I did a Bitcoin overlay, it'd be pretty dang close. Yeah, so this thing is following Bitcoin pretty damn closely. So yeah, if Bitcoin capitulated, this thing would capitulate along with it. Unlike Quant, who's deviating from Bitcoin, a lot of the coins we look at tonight are still following it pretty dang accurately. So short term, let's do some short term TA. Short term TA about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI is tailing back down. You did just break below the support right here, flipped it into resistance. You're currently trying to get back over it. And if we zoom in and take a closer look here, you have a green candle trying to get over this resistance at 269, 270. So let's just keep an eye on that. You can see, yes, we're about ready to have a bearish crossover, but we are pretty much stagnant here. These two candles are the exact same size. So could it be a fake out? Very well could be, but since we are below the support right here, I am going to say it is going to retrace down to around to the 786 to around 265. That's what I'm seeing right here. I think this is going to come down bearish, have its play out. This is going to come back down, tag 30, and then from there, that'll drop to the 786. Then we'll start continuing, and we'll assess the situation at that time. That was a pop. Yeah, so 265 BNB, I can definitely see that. Are you going to just hold Quant or sell off at resistance and buy back? I'm torn on it. And where do you see the temp doing? So as of right now, I diamond hand. I don't try to do flip plays. I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to get screwed. I hold a large bag of Quant where my average buy price is $49. It's on my ledger. I don't touch it. I'm not going to swing trade that at all. I only swing trade shit altcoins. Valuable coins like Quant and everything, I don't try to sell the top and buy back in on a dip. I just let the market play out, and when it dips, I just buy more. And I think the local top that we're going to be seeing for Quant, I went over at the beginning, but we'll go over it again. Believe it or not, it took me a while to even get into Quant. We had Zgoth in the Discord who just was pounding Quant down everyone's throat, and then everyone on the YouTube was saying Quant, Quant, Quant. I was like, I guess I'll buy some Quant. And then it was probably one of the best things I've ever done. Thanks to you guys. Oh, this is it. So right now for Quant, like I talked about earlier, we are in this uptrend on the RSI. MACD was heading towards a bearish crossover, but we just had a fake out and we're working our way back up. I think the local top here is going to be around 180 or 190. I think we're actually be working that. If we're at 170 right now, 180 is in no man's land. There's no support or resistance at 180. I mean, you can come all the way back here and you can see on January 2022 there was a lot of volatility, but most of it was here at 190. So I think we're going to be seeing 190. We might not get a hard candle to it, but what I think is we're going to be growing. Once we hit this one right here, we'll have a candle up to around 180, then a possible wick up to 190. And I think that will be the top before we start retracing. Because once that happens, I believe this RSI is going to be squeezed between the overbought and this uptrend so hard. That's when we'll start seeing the capitulation back down for Quant. So we're getting very, very tight between the overbought and this uptrend. Eventually it's got to break and we're going to have that free fall back down for Quant. How far down are we to go? Quant's strong, so who knows? We might just go down a little bit. We could go down a lot, but Quant is a very strong coin. especially in a bear market. But we're getting very close to this squeeze point right here, which will capitulate quant down to one of these support levels. Most likely the 382 at around 145 would be my best guess. But short term, I see the top at around 190, possible 190, and that would be the capitulation point. But like I said, I don't do the swing trades. I buy, stick on my ledger, hold, buy the dip. He done crawled in my head after I hit send. BTC run may be very different this time because institutions may be more involved, which means you go much higher, but maybe more closely tied to risk on assets trading. That's true. I also think Bitcoin's being manipulated hardcore so that big institutions can get in at a good price. Their goal is to get your Bitcoin. You know, in the end, they want as much Bitcoin as they can, and they want your Bitcoin. They want you to mess up and, you know, go long or go short, and then have them steal your Bitcoin. So just hold. I'm just ready for BS to be over. Come on, 24. I am. This has been the most boring year in crypto. I'm not even joking. Since June, early June or March. Pretty much been the same price, just moving sideways over and over. Yes, I did catch some really, really good deals though, so I guess I can't complain. I guess it has been an okay year for adding to my portfolio. Other than that, it's been pretty boring. So low. Okay, let's look at Solo. I'm guessing you're talking about Sologenic. Okay, so I'm guessing you're talking about Sologenic, Mr. Andy Wuck. Hey, Beanbag in the house. Pretty far behind in chat. I don't know, guys. I think the bottom's coming in very, very soon. I think we just hold tight till November. So it'll be coming before the end of the year. Crypto winter will be over, and then it'll be crypto spring. Yep, Sologenic. Okay, Sologenic down 10% at 36 cents. Market cap and circulating supplier question mark. Max supply is 400,000. All-time high is 655. Last bull run all-time low was a year ago at 6 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Max Global being the leader. Well, why doesn't it have Max Global on here? Holy crap. Damn. Charted this before too. Rand. This coin, if we just take a general look at it, loves to run in the overbought territory, but it loves to retrace to the oversold. You can see we are overbought. Every time we've been overbought, we've capitulated back down to the green area. The green area indicates, hey, it might be a good time to buy. The red area indicates, as you can guess, hey, it might be a good time to take some profit out. So without doing any TA right now, MACD is in a very steep nosedive bearish. We are currently, well, we still are overbought. We were overbought. Yes, we just dipped a little below it, but we're still above 70. We're at 71. And just past history, every time we've entered overbought, we've retraced down to the oversold. Then you chop around for a little bit, then you have another run. So I'm going to be saying this is going to be retracing. Let me draw some fibs on this and see what the possibilities would be. So that's a nice run up. If you got in on this on October 3rd and sold the top, that would be approximately a 238% gain. Not bad for a bear market. Okay, so I've talked about this several times on coins after they start running like this and normally retrace back to the 50 area. The reason they do that is you have people who buy in at the bottom, you have people who buy in at the top. The people at the top, once the bottom people start selling, start freaking out and they panic sell because they don't want to lose profit, which is why we start seeing this choppy movement and the heavy capitulation back down. Once we capitulate back down, usually we chop till we get to 50% of the run up, which is right here at the 618 at 31 cents. The reason we retrace back down to the halfway of the run up, most likely, you can look at any charts that run up, you'll see some sort of retracing back down to 50 pretty much every time. The reason for that is once the coin starts retracing, you have the people who bought in the middle here. They're up a couple dollars, they're down a couple dollars. They're like, maybe there's a possibility that it'll run even more. So they'll just hold, and that's where we start seeing that slow, choppy movement sideways. A lot of coins do that. If we come across another coin that runs up, that had a decent sized run, will probably look very similar. Similar to right here, like previously on this, just to make my point valid, you had the huge run up right here, retrace back down to the 50 of that huge run up, and then you have that consolidation sideways. So that's just something to take into consideration. It's pretty much valid for every time you see a coin make a massive run up, it retraces to 50% of that run up. So hopefully you guys learned something. So I think that's gonna be the case for this run up right here as well. I'd be keeping an eye on retracement down to the 618 at around 30 to 31 cents, then the sideways consolidation until it shits the bed all the way back down to where it started. So I'm gonna be bearish on it. Yeah, so I did quant twice. I did quant at the beginning, then I did quant a couple videos ago. Stop that, that was gonna be contagious. Give me every time. And that bot's going a little crazy in the chat, but whatever. What up, cut corners? The vape got official. Do we have a dump on ETH? I think we are going to be having a dump on ETH. I take a look at Reef. Oh, that's a nice uptrend we got going there. Looks like we're having a 3 top though. We had the 1 top here on September 13th, 2 top here, 3 top RSI's high. MACD's flipping bearish, but let's just take a little closer look at this. Okay, so what I'm gonna be looking for here is, in order to continue this upwards movement, we can't fall below the 382 right here. That would be putting in a lower low. So I'll give you the bullish scenario first, and then I'll end it with the bearish scenario. So I'm gonna have to extend this further for the bullish scenario. Actually, no, I'll leave it right where it's at. Okay, so as of right now, yes, the RSI is high. Yes, we're about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. But if we do stay above the 382 at 0.005, we will still be bullish. So for REEF right now, we do have a main support here at 0059, and we do have a 236 here at 0057. I think the 0057 is going to hold. I think this is what's going to happen. We're going to come down the 00576 and then work our way back up towards this resistance and continue this slight uptrend. As you can see, we're starting to get very tight in this uptrend. Let me see if I can draw it. That's a bad uptrend. Draw. Regardless, I'd be keeping an eye on a 236 retracement and then retesting this main resistance at 06. If we break over 06, you had that psychological number at 007 to get over. So that's where you start extending these fibs. So if we do break back, if we do break over that resistance area, that has been given us given us a tough time since September. And the next stop is most likely going to be around 773. What I think would happen is you would break above this, back test it, and then work your way up to 7.3. That is the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario is you have your one top, two top, three top, and then you get your drop top. So that's just something to take into consideration. RSI is high, MACD is about ready to flip bearish. So in order to have that retracement back down to 30 on the RSI, that would bring you all the way back down to 5.3. For the short term right now, I think we're still going to continue this uptrend and we're going to test this resistance once more. Let's keep an eye on 0057 and then working our way back up to 6.3. And if we get rejected this second or this next time, that is probably going to be the nail in the coffin. Then we'll see that capitulation down to the 382. But if we break above that, we're going to be heading up to around 773. So I guess you can say this resistance at 6.4 is the storyteller. Keep a close eye on that resistance. If you see us break above that, then I think we're going to be seeing a decent sized move to the upside. If you see us get rejected, then I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin. So this is a very critical area to keep an eye on, is this resistance at 0064. Hey, look in the Jasmine. Yeah, I can look in the Jasmine. The biggest scam coin I've... I'm just kidding. I did make a bunch of money off Jasmine, but I just feel so bad for the people who got in early. There were only a couple million coins in circulation, and then they just dumped billions and billions and billions of coins on people. Wow, that was worse than I predicted. Holy crap. Dang, 0049, that is not good. Jasmine's down 5.5 at 005. So about a little over a year ago, Jasmine, launched, and they only had a couple 100 million coins in circulation. So the price was, of course, like $4, I think it was. Yeah, $4.79. And of course, we're never going to reach that again because now there's 4.75 billion coins. And what they did was it played out. They let it play out for, I believe, briefly. So they launched it on February 21st, maxed out on February 14th. And then towards the end of February, they put, I believe it was 2 billion coins in circulation, and that just tanked the price. And everyone who bought in right here just got absolutely wrecked. That's why I don't like them. Like they didn't even, there wasn't even any announcement that they're going to be, I know they don't have to announce that they're putting more coins in circulation, but usually there is a set period of time that they notify you, like, hey, once a year, this many coins will be in circulation, but they just dumped billions of coins and ruined the price. A lot of people got wrecked. So Jasmine right now, MACD is about ready to flip bearish once more. We're continuing down more. We actually went all the way down to the 3618 down here, which is nuts. So I think if this support doesn't hold here at 00498, the next stop's going to be down to 436. And we're starting to make steeper and steeper drops here for Jasmine. I'm sorry, I'm not bullish on Jasmine. I don't know if it's just my biased opinion or not, but the RSI hasn't really been moving at all since September 17th. We've been topped out at 43. That's not even halfway, and we've been constantly going into the oversold territory. So unfortunately, I think what's going to be happening is a possible bounce here or a drop down to 0046 at the 3618, test this resistance, then working our way down to 0044. Unfortunately, I don't see Jasmine retracing back or taking back off anytime soon. I think this is a new all-time low. New all-time low was a day ago. Yeah, it's just continually making new all-time lows. Small market cap. I don't even know if this will run in the bull run. Can't give financial advice, but I stay away from this coin. Ready for that big green across the board. Man, I just miss price action. I miss volatility. Good old days of the bull run, man. You toss $100 in and then, you know, you come back a couple hours later and it's up to $400. I need to get back to those days, and I need to make that that bot chill out. I don't too much need charting as I gain far more knowledge chilling watching what's going on with the coins. Is the bottom in for No, I don't think the bottom's in for Jasmine. I think we're going down to 0044. Oh, circulating supplies around 43 billion now. Let me check that. Yeah, so on coin market, what's this? That's verified data. There's only 4.7 billion. There's 4.7 billion on coin market cap and 4.7 billion on CoinGecko. ACH has been pumping. How high you think it will run short term? You know what? I made quite a bit of money off ACH on that Coinbase launch, but unfortunately it's been retracing since then. But let's take a look at ACH. I was super bullish on ACH for a long time, but I sold my bag. Wow, there we go. 32%, congrats. So ACH is up 33% at 1.3. I remember when this bad boy got up all the way up to 24 cents. But they keep putting coins in circulation. Back when I got to 24 cents, there was only, I think there was only like 900 million to 1 billion coins in circulation. And every partnership that they get now, they just give them, you know, they have to give them coins to use their service. Let's take a look at it. Well, I believe they could be really, really important in the future. The crypto to fiat gateway is going to be big once we get mainstream adopted. So, I mean, if it survives that long, I mean, they're doing good things. They're partnering with a lot of really big people. So, I mean, it could possibly be a really good long-term hold. Crypto to fiat gateway, definitely. Damn. I just read. Was there some sort of news that came out or some sort of catalyst? Do you know if there was some sort of catalyst that came out for this? It doesn't just randomly pump for no reason. It looks like it just, it hit 1 penny and that's where it started pumping. So previous to the coins I charted earlier, usually you retrace to the 50% area of large pumps, and that would be this double support here at 1.2. You see the RSI is still overbought. MACD is starting to tail down. We haven't crossed over bearish yet, but you can see we're starting to head down pretty fast. No, I don't know any catalyst. I actually follow him on Twitter too. follow them on Twitter, and I don't know if they announced anything today or not. Hang on, let me jump on my Twitter real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here's the Twitter. 13 hours ago, next Monday, 1 p.m. Save the date. This week, showcasing products including our ramp solution. This week's no, it doesn't look like they really announced anything. If you're interested in our crypto payment solutions, please contact. Yeah, so there's no catalyst that I could find out right now, but let's see the charting. Charting, usually when you run up, you retrace back down to 50. So for ACH right now, I'm going to be looking for a slow drop back down to the 618 main support area to around 1.2. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. That would drop this back down to around the 50 area, and the MACD would be very, very close to flipping over bearish. So keep an eye on this main double support area at 1.2 cents. And then from there, I think we might just be moving sideways for a little bit. I've charted Alchemy Pay quite a bit in the past, and the normal thing that Alchemy Pay does is it runs, retraces back down to the 50, and does a slow bleed out. So it could be a similar thing, a large run up, back down 50, then slow bleed out. So just be cautious of that. I used to chart it a lot back when I used to hold a pretty dang large bag of this too. But as of right now, I'm looking for a retracement down to 1.2, and then we'll assess the situation at the time. The only good thing about that retracement there is you do have a double support on the 786 and main support area, and you got 2 more lower ones below it. But for right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on approximately about a 7% retracement still for ACH. How about Kusame? Kusame's down 2.8% at 39.74. I like the setup. I like the low max supply and low circulating supply. Ranked number 107, 357 million market cap. All-time high in this bad boy was $621 last bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago at 87 cents. Imagine buying 2 years ago at 87 cents and then selling it at the previous bull run for $621. That is absolutely insane. And we're going to be seeing things like that in the next bull run on coins that are at the current prices that they are now. So coins at the current prices that they are now that some of you guys might hold at the top of the next bull run, it's going to be a very similar thing to some massive gains. You just got to hold those diamond hands, guys. I know it's boring. We're in a bear market. Nothing's fun, but we'll get through it. We're getting pretty close to the bottom, in my personal opinion. Then it's just uphill from there. We're in crypto winter right now. And then after that, we get to crypto spring, where things start growing a little bit. You know, it's wet. It's kind of muddy. We bounce around a little bit, but we start bouncing up towards the upside a little bit. And then you get to crypto summer, and that's where we start taking off. So crypto winter's about over, and then we get into crypto spring, in my personal opinion. So Kusame, just like saying that. Kusame is about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI is pretty much stagnant at 50, so we're at the halfway point. We fell below this support here, just flipped into resistance. If I fib that. And wick down to the 618, so we're gonna blow this up and take a little look at it. So this is what we're looking at here. We broke below this support, flipped into resistance, tested it here on the last candle, got rejected. The candle that's growing right now is red. So the 618 has to hold for us to continue higher, but the way that the MACD and the RSI is, it looks like we want to head back down to around 23. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 786 here around $38 for Kusame. I think $38 wouldn't be a bad play there, and then coming up to test this resistance. So approximately a 4% retracement from here is what I'm looking at. That is the bear scenario. The bullish scenario would be if you break over this resistance. So if you don't break over this resistance on this candle that's currently growing right now, it's 9:19 p.m. my time. This candle closes at midnight, so that's about a little less than 3 hours. And if we close below that, I think we'll be working our way down to 786. If this candle ends up going green and breaking above that, then that would officially be putting in that low there. We can start making some higher highs. It could be very similar to a situation back here. See, we ran up, we dipped a little bit, and then we ran up again. We ran up here, dip, we could dip a little bit, and then run up again. And that would be this play right here. So these plays, both of these plays are valid, and they're all dependent on this resistance area at $40. So keep an eye on $40 resistance area. If we break above it, I think this will be the play, working our way up to the 236 around 42. If we get rejected right here, then unfortunately we're heading down to the 786. So the storyteller is this resistance area right here. That's going to tell you which direction we're going to be heading in. So keep a close eye on $40. Very psychological number, those round numbers are. Even if they don't show up as support and resistance on indicators, they're very psychological numbers and pretty much are support and resistance areas. And that's what $40 is here. And that is a resistance area. No, I haven't bagged anything yet. I've seen quite a few. I was hunting out in my ground blind. I have a food plot that I planted. I have like clovers and apple trees and stuff out there. I've seen quite a few out there, and I'm very picky when I hunt. You know, I'm not going to be field dressing the deer unless it's a big, you know, a buck, a good size one. So I more go out there just to relax, you know, sit out in nature. You know, I barely even on my phone when I'm out there. You know, I'll check my Discord and stuff like that every now and again, but just sit in that chair outside, it's just awesome. So I could care less if you know, a big doe comes by that thing, I'll just let that thing go. You know, if a 4-point comes by, I'll let that go. I'm only in it for the big bucks. Now, if we get into later in the year, close to the end of hunting season, and I haven't bagged any deer yet, then yeah, then I'll be a meat hunter at that point, and I will bag any big deer that walks by. But as of right now, I'm just enjoying being outside, you know, sitting there. But once it gets cold, then like cold, then that's when you start thinking like, okay, this isn't that fun anymore. We need to start bagging some meat. But temperatures aren't bad right now, so just sitting out there enjoying being outside is what I'm currently doing. Coin market cap, the self-reporting price 30,000. No idea about the catalyst. Hope you're annoyed. David M. Kirk, thanks as always. Have a beer on me. Thanks, David. I appreciate the super chat. Awesome that you guys are supporting me in the bear market. The Dipple Metaverse is the guy who keeps up with circulating supplies, so he's about 5 more wallets with 500 mil. It's not good. Okay. Just holding ACH, but it's down so much, I might start trading it some. I think this rally will fade. I can buy back at the break point. Yeah, I don't think, what are we talking about? We're talking about ACH. Yeah. So just ACH normally has the large run-ups like that, retraces back down to the 50 and then starts slowly bleeding out back to the initial launch point of that large run. I charted it pretty much every day for myself before I even started my YouTube channel, and it was the same thing. You had the huge run up, retrace back down to 50, slow bleed out, bleed out, bleed out, run up, retracement, slow bleed out, bleed out, bleed out. You can zoom in the charts back and you pretty much check it for yourself. Gala. So Gala's down 5% at 3.6 cents, 50 billion max, 7.5 billion in circulation, 275 million market cap. Ranked number 129. All-time high is 82. Last bull run high, all-time low is 2 years ago at 0.0001. If you would have held for 2 years in a bear market, you'd still be up 27,000%. Like, this is how much you'd be up right now, 27,000%. In 2 years. There's coins out there right now that 2 years from now we're to look back and we're to see very, very similar things to this. So hopefully you guys are holding on to some good coins and you don't have paper hands, because it's not that difficult to make mad gains in crypto. And the more it gets regulated, the more mainstream that it gets, it's gonna be harder. I believe it's gonna be harder to make, you know, once it starts becoming mainstream. This is several years down the road. I'm not even gonna get into that because I'll start ranting about that for a while. But I believe in the next bull run, there's coins out there where you're going to be making some mad gains. So make sure you guys are having diamond hands, in my personal opinion. Let's just look at Gala. Ooh, Gala had a nasty drop down to the 1618. Damn. 3-4 after the oversold, having a difficult time getting back over a bullish crossover. Wow. That's unfortunate too, because that was consolidating pretty dang good too. You were starting to squeeze and break to the upside, but then BTC took that crap the other day and definitely shoved this thing down with it. It looks like, let's see if this thing follows BTC closely. Well, very, very similar. Not exactly the same, but pretty dang similar. So short term, let's clean this up and start fresh. As of right now, you're sitting on top of the 786. The 786 is your lifeline. We cannot fall below the 786 for Gala. If you fall below 786 on Gala, it's coming back down to 3-4 and possibly lower. We had the 1618 down here. That's from the last time I charted it. We had the consolidation and we wicked all the way down to 1618 at 29 cents. So 29 cents is if BTC starts breaking that support area that I talked about at the beginning of this video. If you see BTC start breaking down to 17,000, 16,000, it starts snowballing down there, the next stop could be the 1618 at around 30 cents, 29, 30 cents. But for the short term right now, our size low, MACD, yeah, it's bearish, but we are starting to have a very neutral bearish, I guess you can say neutral bearish on the MACD. You can see it's not really growing massively as it was back when it capitulated hard like that. We're just kind of flat line there. So I think the 786 here is going to hold. Definitely keep an eye on the 786. That's going to be the storyteller of this coin. But short term right now, I'm going to be bullish on it, heading back up to the main resistance area at around 3.8 to test that bad boy out. Thanks for the break over the 618, test this 3.8, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. If we do break below the 786, the next stop will be down here at 3.4. So keep an eye on the 786 at 3.6 cents. But I think we're going to be working our way back up towards this resistance area at 38 cents. And we'll test, then we'll be assessing that. Possibly just doing the crabby once we get up there, similar to what we did back here. You see that we had that big drop in September. We just had that sideways movement. We have this movement up here and then just a sideways movement as well. But like I showed you, this is following BTC pretty closely. So whatever you think BTC is going to do in the future, this coin's going to follow it. So if you're looking to pick up more and you think BTC is going to shit the bed even lower, then it might be a good idea to wait and see when BTC craps the bed to pick this up at a cheaper price. Because like I said or showed you, it follows BTC pretty closely. You can see the dips and valleys are pretty much identical. 1800, just hold the bags. The gala will break. I just made a new big part, a new big partner, a bigger. We'll go back after these. Everything is down. Don't get burned. Problem with gala is if it drops much more. Next support is 0.2, but it has a big game launch soon. I have a huge bag. It has a new game launch soon. What game? If there's a catalyst coming out like that, not financial advice, it might not be a bad idea to pick some up. I don't know what the huge game is. I really didn't. I've always wanted to get into gaming NFTs, but all the games look so stupid until I found Helix. I did that Helix video, so if you want to know what Helix is, check out that Helix video that I posted 2 days ago. I bought 10 of those founder passes. I minted them and pulled 10 of them, and I went over what the founder passes and everything like that. It's like Grand Theft Auto and Fortnite, and the game's coming out at the end of this month for beta testing. So I have my gaming computer sitting here, but I need to get that all set up so I can stream off of it, because I'll probably start streaming some of those games. I know I'm a technical analysis channel, but I do like my video games, and I'll be streaming some gameplay on that. It looks pretty dope. And they're going to be giving out free whitelist spots to the founder pass holders. So I'm going to get 50 free whitelist spots that I get to give away to people. So if you guys want a whitelist spot whenever they give those out, just hit me up on my Discord channel. I'm going to keep a list of all the people who hit me up in the Discord channel, and I'll give you guys whitelist spots for land sale. We're going to be doing a land sale. I don't know when they're going to be doing it, but they announced that they're going to be giving everyone who owns a founder pass is going to get 5 free whitelist spots to give away. Since I own 10, I'll be getting 50 whitelist spots to give away. So if that's something you guys are interested in, hit me up on my Discord channel. And when I get the whitelist spots, I'll send you guys a whitelist so you guys can do that. Yeah, but for Gala right now, I think next stop's the 618 at 3.7, then working our way up towards this resistance at 3.8. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. Can you chart NFTs on this? Nope. Spider tanks. Snoop Vox. On and on. College launching 60 games over the next 1-2 years. Spider tanks is the next. Later is Grit, which is Fortnite set in the Old West. That'd be pretty cool. So GRT. So the graph is down 4.4% at 8.5 cents, 10 billion max supply, 7.4 billion circulating with 633 million market cap. All-time high is 284 over a year ago. All-time low is a day ago at 007. So we're in uncharted territory right now. If this is a coin that you're holding, not financial advice, it's always a good feeling buying a coin at the lowest it's ever been, even if we are in a bear market. I know people are like, oh, it just hit its all-time low, I'm gonna wait to buy it when it goes lower. It's like, dude, this coin's never been this low since this came out. Why not just pick some up at the lowest price it's ever been, and then dollar cost average on the way down? So that's not financial advice, that's just what I would do. So for charting this, we're in uncharted territory, so take what I say with a grain of salt, because usually when I do my the fibs and everything like that, there's data to go off of, but there's no data. I guess there is some data because we did recover a decent amount. But as of right now, you can see the MACD is about ready to flip bearish once more. RSI is tailing back up. $786 is our support right now. And that is a nasty drop ahead, but it recovered quick. But GRT is flipping bearish. Keep an eye on the 786 here at 8.5, or is it 8.4? 8.4 is your lifeline here. If we break below 8.4, then it's just going to continue this downward spiral. We're heading down to 007, and then we extend this. Then if you break below that, the 1618 is all the way down here at 6.2. That would be bad. But something interesting. Hang on. So I know that sounds bearish, but I'm gonna give you guys something interesting that I see here. We're gonna ignore that wick. I remember drawing that. We're gonna ignore that wick. So I'm gonna hide this fib. So as of right now, what this kind of looks like to me is right here. Back in September 22nd, you can see we had this run up here, capitulation, and then run up to the downtrend. We had the run up here, capitulation. So we could be looking for another run up to that downtrend here. Let me see if I can just duplicate this real quick. I don't know if I did that correctly. 1 second. Let me delete that. Try one more time. There we go. If we match that up to the appropriate size, yeah, that is definitely valid. Yo, this might not be a bad play. Let me just do some more research on this for a possible long 21% by October 20th, October 21st. It looks pretty much exactly like this right here. Pump up, capitulation, tested this. Pump up, capitulation, test this. There's some hopium for you there if that's what you're looking for. It looks very similar to that, but if we draw the fib off of it, fib off of that, the 786 is going to be your lifeline. Break below the 786 at 8.4. The next stop's down here at 1 at 7.8. If you break below 7.8, it's going to be a nasty drop down to 6.4. RSI is low enough to run. You definitely have room to run up. MACD is about ready to flip bearish though, so I'd be keeping an eye on that 786. Could be a fake out. Hopefully it's a fake out, because if it continues a bear sentiment, then it is going to break the 786 and head down to the 1 at around 8 cents. So who knows, that 8 cents could be that capitulation that launches you up to this downtrend. There's just so many different scenarios. Just I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But as of right now, 786 would be your lifeline. Let's keep an eye on that. If we break below that, next stop is down here. Like that. If we bounce off here, we'll be working our way up towards this resistance. This is about ready to flip bearish. But I think this would be a fake out with how low the RSI is. So I'm leaning more towards the bullish movement than the bearish movement. But who am I? I'm just a guy drawing lines on a screen on the internet. But I am leaning more towards the bounce off the 786 and working its way up to the 0.5 main resistance area at 9.2. Yeah, man, you should definitely download the Discord. I mean, we're just a great group of people sharing a lot of really good information. Nobody's shilling shit. No one's vulgar. There's a lot of Discord channels who are very cult-like, I would have to say, and I think we're just super chilled back and relaxed. I'm on there daily chatting it up, so that's probably one of the best ways to reach me off of live streams. If you want to just chat with me offline or whatever, chat with people and talk crypto, definitely join the Discord channel. There, I'll put my little banner up. Okay, guys, hang on. Let me download Discord. I like your draw. I like your drawings. Thank you. ILV. What's ILV? Illuvium? Yeah. I'm starting to look more into gaming coins because if I make it big on crypto, I'm still going to be doing crypto on the side. I'll probably continue doing my YouTube channel, and I really want to get into NFT gaming, I think. But you know, everyone has those dreams that if they make it off crypto, what they're going to be doing and stuff like that. My dream is I'll just continue my YouTube channel and play NFT games online. Go to the gym every day, get super buff. So Illuvium's down 4.3 at 54.59, 10 million max, 1.3 million. That's awesome that there's a very low circulating supply and a slow market cap. Can easily run. And the max supply, I mean, 10 million's nothing. Looks like you can actually lock some up as well. Looks like you can stake it. All-time high last bull run was 1,911. All-time low was a year ago at 86. They haven't put much coins in. They did put more coins in circulation this September, though. You see how that deviates from the price? When you do that, that just means they put more coins in circulation. So the market cap went up, but the price went down. They put more coins in circulation on September 11th. That's a long consolidation that we've had since September 19th. MACD, I'm gonna take a closer look at that. Was that a fake out? No, MACD's about ready to flip bearish. RSI's at 56. You can just jump over the day, see what's looking at the day. The day chart's not looking bad. Day chart RSI is low. MACD really isn't doing jack. And that is a nasty, nasty, nasty downtrend that this has been in. Just straight all-time high to flatline. So 4-hour chart. We're gonna be going off the 4-hour chart. Oh, there we go. Just looking at the short-term time frame, it's looking like a retracement. Yeah, I'm going to call a retracement down to the 786 main support here at $52. You have a double support there. You have the 786 sitting on top of a double, or 786 sitting on top of a support. I think we get rejected at the 618, bounce off this, and then start working our way back up to the 618 at 55. We break above 55. You have a double resistance area right here. You have a resistance area and a 382 at around $60 at 59.60. So if Bitcoin doesn't crack the bed, it continues just moving sideways. I think this would be the play for Illuvium. Coming down to the double support, the 786 at around 52, yeah, 52.50 to $52, and then working its way back up to around 59. And then this is going to be a double resistance area, so most likely get rejected from there. So that downwards movement would let the MACD cool down. We could come down, pick some moon juice, pick up some fuel for our ship, and then work our way back up towards this resistance area. So I think this is going to be the play for Illuvium. That's going to be approximately another 3.25% drop. And then from there, gradual move, gradual 11% move, 11.5% move back up to this resistance area, 12%. Let's see how close this follows Bitcoin, because if this follows Bitcoin, hopefully Bitcoin doesn't crap the bed. But let's see. I mean, it deviated back here. It deviates on the runouts, but the main candles, it looks like it follows pretty dang close. So I'd be keeping an eye on that as well. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. Keep an eye on this. If Bitcoin starts crapping the bed, then this will most likely follow. The short term, if Bitcoin continues what it's doing, a retracement down on the 786. and then a run up to this resistance area, and then I think we get rejected once we head up to this resistance area. Thanks for the content as always. Have a great week, since I'm only able to catch up on Fridays. Later all. Later, COVID. Hopefully I see you in the Discord, man. That'd be great. Then we wouldn't have to chat only on Fridays. So with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin tonight. I have to wake up early and go hunting. So who wants the last coin of the night charted? MINA. Mina protocol down 1.6 at 53 cents. Infinite max supply. I'm always cautious of infinite max supply coins. Yes, Ethereum is an infinite max supply coin, but so is Terra Luna. Not saying this is anything similar to that, but always be cautious of infinite supply. 707 million in circulation, 375 million market cap. All-time high was 909 a year ago. All-time low was a day ago. So if this is a long-term hold, hopefully you're able to pick some up a day ago, because it's always a good feeling picking it up at the absolute lowest it's ever been. Currently available on the following exchanges: xt.com and Mex Global are the leader. So being that it just made an all-time low, we're in uncharted territory. Whoa, I haven't charted this since I charted this was April 2022, back when I used colored fibs. Yikes. Okay, so as of right now, MACD's about ready to flip bearish, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that bearish movement below the 786. We saw that huge capitulation due to the Bitcoin yesterday. We had that decent sized recovery, but got rejected at the 618. Retraced back down to the 786 today. I think our next move is going to be the 618 at 5.4. If we break above that, we're heading to this resistance area here at 5.6. I think this could be the start of a step up pattern. You know, 618, 786. Main resistance 618, break above that to the 382, and then start that reversal to the upside. So I'm going to be kind of bullish on this. RSI is definitely low. We definitely have room to run up. MACD I think is just going to have a slight bearish fake out similar to right here. If we just look at the general top that we've reached for the RSI, the general top looks like it's at around 63. I draw a line here. This is normally where we've been tagging out recently. Even if we look at past histories, it looks like this is a general top that we tag out at. So we're not there yet. We're starting to work our way back up, so that definitely would be valid. Bounce off the 786 and head up to the 618 for the time being, and then a possible move up to this resistance area. So I'm going to be bullish on this in the short term. Yes, it just did an all-time low, but I don't think we have anything to worry about making an all-time low again anytime soon. I think next stop is to move the 618 at 5.4, break above that, the resistance at 5.6, back test the 618 at 5.4. Then 3.8. So I think this is going to be the play. Keep an eye on the 618 once we get there. If we overtake that, then this is definitely the play right here. If we get rejected the 618, it could be the start of consolidation. So I guess the storyteller is going to be the 618 here at 5.4 at 54 cents. So I think we're going to be definitely seeing 54 cents again. And then if we break above that, it's all the way up to the resistance before we see some sort of downwards movement. Yo, that is a great position to get in, especially when you got it down here. So congrats on that, getting at its all-time low. That is a great position to be in. So with that, guys, I am going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight and supporting the channel. I appreciate everyone for the super chats and super stickers and being very active in the chats. It makes it so much more fun when we have active members in the chats. If you haven't already, please click the like button. It really helps my YouTube video and channel get out to more people. And if you haven't already, join my Discord. We're on there daily. We don't shill stuff. We're not a cult like a lot of other Discord channels. We just share a lot of good Bitcoin information, and that's the best way to reach me. I'm on there daily, just chatting it up. You'll find the link below in the description for that. So with that, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream of Charting Crypto.